the top English songwriting teams of the 1970s. I'm John Beaudin. This is Rock History Book. Before we get going, remember, if you enjoy our videos, like them and subscribe to our channel. This is a fairly new channel. We need your help. Mick Jagger and Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones. The songwriting partnership between Mick and Keith has produced most of the Rolling Stone catalog throughout the band's nearly 6-decade career. Their musical collaboration is one of the most successful in rock history. And during that career, the Stones have scored 8 number 1 singles. 3 of them in the 1970s, Brown Sugar in 71, Angie 2 years later, and Miss You in 78. Throughout the decade, the band had 12 U.S. top 40 singles, which included Wild Horses, Tumbling Dice, Happy, Do 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 Do, Heartbreaker, It's Only Rock and Roll But I Like It, Fool to Cry, and Beast of Burden. Elton John and Bernie Taupin. English lyricist Bernie is best known for his long-term collaboration with Reginald Kenneth Dwight, better known as Elton John. Having written the lyrics for most of Elton John's songs, the duo collaborated on more than 30 albums to date, with most of their success coming in the 70s, with hits like Your Song, their first big one in 1970, Rocket Man, Honky Cat, Daniel, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, The Bitch Is Back, and 5 number 1 singles, Crocodile Rock in 73, Benny and the Jets the following year, Philadelphia Freedom and Island Girl in 75, and Don't Go Breaking My Heart with Kiki D in 76. Barry, Robin, and Maurice Gibb of the Bee Gees. As the Bee Gees, brothers Barry, Robin, and Maurice formed one of the most successful and popular music acts of the late 60s and 70s, most prominently during the disco music era of the mid to late 70s. Widely referred to as the Kings of Disco, the Bee Gees wrote all their own hits, as well as writing and producing several major hits for other artists. They achieved a total of 9 number 1 singles in that decade. How Can You Mend a Broken Heart, Jive Talkin', You Should Be Dancing, How Deep Is Your Love, Staying Alive, Night Fever, Too Much Heaven, Tragedy, and Love You Inside Out. The trio also wrote the number 1 hits Shadow Dancing, collaboration with younger brother Andy Gibb, If I Can't Have You with Yvonne Elliman, and Grease for Frankie Valli. Jimmy Page and Robert Plant of Led Zeppelin. As the primary songwriters for the English rock band Zeppelin, lead vocalist Robert Plant and guitarist Jimmy Page helped define the heavy guitar-driven sound of the band. They're often cited as one of the originators of heavy metal. Led Zeppelin is considered to be one of the most successful, innovative, and influential rock groups in history. The band's untitled 4th album, commonly known as Zeppelin 4 in 71, became one of the best-selling albums in history and contained the song Stairway to Heaven, the song that's become one of the most influential works in rock history. Led Zeppelin reached the Billboard Top 40 with Whole Lotta Love in 69, Immigrant Song in 70, Black Dog the following year, Dire Maker in 73, Trampled Underfoot in 75, and Fool in the Rain in 1979. David Gilmour and Roger Waters of Pink Floyd. The English progressive rock band Pink Floyd, led by guitarist and vocalist David Gilmour and bassist and vocalist Roger Waters, were known for their extended compositions, sonic experimentation, philosophical lyrics, and elaborate live shows. Their collaboration, along with keyboardist Richard Wright and drummer Nick Mason, was instrumental to the band's critical and commercial success with albums like Dark Side of the Moon in 1973 and The Wall in 79. It was the group's 8th studio album, though, Dark Side of the Moon, that yielded the hit Money, the band's first chart hit in the U.S. The album spent an amazing record 950 weeks on the U.S. Billboard 200 album chart, and is one of the best-selling albums of all time. In 1979, the group released The Wall, another best-selling project that included their only number 1 single, Another Brick in the Wall, in 1980.